Hello and welcome to Simulate with Jade Sola. I'm very happy to have you here with me today, and I'm doing something very exciting. I'm doing one of the Sims 4 scenarios, and the one I'm doing has to do with the extraterrestrial researcher scenario. So I already selected the scenario, and I've already selected the sim I'm going to be using to play the said scenario. Her name is Bonny. For obvious reasons, she's very pale. She's very pale and she has long blonde hair. So I'm going to kind of do a bit of editing to her build. Honestly, I miss a lot of stuff I used for our builds. I wish I still had some of the CC I use, and most of my builds are probably stuff I redesigned from gallery, and crazy enough, this is one of them. And that's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is that it has a lot of CC, so it's not available because it has a lot of CC, and I'm not just going to assume you have all the CC I use. So it's just, I love our room. I think our room is the favorite part of everything. It has what you would expect from someone that does extra research. God, everything just works well together. It's girly because she's a sim that is also very social, and right now she's having a party with the aim that she would get help building a rocket ship. But for some reason, I don't know, parties with the Sims 4 is always so she didn't end up working on her build, and the party timer ended. Hence why there are so many people in the house. This is not the welcome wagon, okay? I'm the one who acts as throw a party because she's already a pre-existent sim that I love. I love her so much. She's one of my favorite sims that I created, and the best thing about her is that she has maxed all skills. She's finished all base aspirations. But the crazy thing, when you get Sims of Gallery that has finished all base aspiration, they never finish the neighborhood confident and this villainous Valentine. And I even did a gameplay trying to finish the villainous Valentine. Then I realized during the period where I was trying to do it, the Sims was broken, so I could not even do it. So that was kind of sad. I don't want to do it again because it was extremely difficult, but I think I gave myself pointers for if ever I'm going to do it again. But I'm going to give myself a day if I grow in this channel and I stop gaming with my laptop and I get the actual setup and I get at least 3 more packs, I will try that scenario one more time. But let's see. I'm not even that negative. I'm not even a negative person. I'm just saying let's this video be me throwing it around. So I'm trying to give her a toilet because she does not have one and complete the build, because one thing I like about the way I made the apartment is a singles apartment. Obviously she lives alone. Despite being bones, the girl has maxed what's one of that skill, that the physical one. Yeah, she maxed it, which means she can defend herself well despite being skinny and all. And honestly, I just love the build I did for her. I think she has one of if there were builds that I wish this was my apartment, she has one of them. And it's just kind of reflects that it's big and small all over the place, and that's not what's happening at all. So I'm trying to find a nice position for the space lamp. This space lamp is kind of the coolest thing to unlock in the Sims 4. There's this cheat that allows you to unlock reward items that you collect in carriers, and there are 2 things that would make me use that cheat. Is to get the piano and also to get that lamp. Anything else I don't really need a cheat for. I can just use CC version of it, but those 2 things are one of the things I enjoy using database game. The piano and that space lamp thing is actually very, very good. It's very good. And now I'm trying to pick a carpet for a toilet because obviously I cannot have too much color clashing. And I think there's a lot of gray. It looks like blue, but let's just call it gray. There's a lot of gray, black, and white. This is kind of a variance of gray, right? yeah, I'm definitely not going to use that tie because that tile does not match the aesthetic. So let me see through and see the one I'm going to finally pick. I think I'm just going to use a CC one. So this one, this one's kind of like cool, and that's a matching tile. So I'm probably just going to have them both be matching. I think that's like perfect for our toilet. Like, if there's painting I can put in that corner, it would be great. But did I keep this one? I'm not sure if I kept that one, but I should, yeah, put some toilet. So, and yeah, she's literally going to be that tall. Like, she has extra boots on her leg to reach that top chef. Something about me, whenever I use eyewash, I tend to forget that doesn't mean all these things should be that high up the wall. But I'm going to assume she just uses two. Like, I'm very short myself, and I lived in an apartment that was very top. What am I saying? I currently live in an apartment that the wardrobe is eating the roof. I am literally like a monkey climbing everything. So yeah, she definitely does that too. She climbs everything. It doesn't even matter if it's touching the roof. She can reach it. And now she doesn't have enough money to finish building a rocket. Oh, so there were two things. The party ended before it started, and then I kind of spent too much money doing building, and now she can't afford to finish her rocket ship. But don't worry, she put through. The thing about this, should I call it scenario now? The thing about this scenario is that it's relatively easy to do. It's kind of like very randomized, so you could be like very lucky very quickly, and you can also be like impossible for you to complete it. And the best game variation of it is you have to go to space and do some space mission to win stuff. But if you have guesswork variation of it is that you can visit the alien world and just dig or collect, and then you have space stuff. And it's for someone that marks the cooking skill, I'm sure she can finish making that for later. I just love how everything about her is pale. Like, she makes pale look good. She literally looks like a silver. What do I say? She looks like she's silver. So I like that. Like, she's actually one of my very favorite sims to play with. I'm always going to bring her back because Bonny is just my love. And now I feel like we need to figure out how to make money because we need to finish that rocket ship. And now she's going to invite someone over, and that's probably left over from the party, and she needs to do that cleaning. Like, her rooftop is a mess, which I love the way this rooftop place is like safety conscious. Like, the walls are high and it's glass, and everything just looks like someone, like, from the outside you can tell this person is obsessed with space. And that's enough of me talking about the things I like about the builds. I would like to know the things you like about the build, the things you notice. So I try to give a tour of it while still continuing my gameplay to make it look natural, but at the same time, most of the time I'm literally trying to let you get good view of the place that I forget to zoom in on the character. So I'm guessing what she's doing for money is mentoring. So she's going to be mentoring this sim now, and by the end of the cooking mentoring, she's going to get a bit of money, and that money can in turn be used to build the rocket ship so that we can finally get to the scenario, the reason why we're here. Yeah, so let's get to building. I don't even know, should I just keep this part because, you know, it's kind of like repetitive and stuff. And now nobody, for some reason now, she finally has enough money to build a rocket ship, and nobody seems to want to have time to come and assist that, which is kind of like, wow, very fitting. So you're all just going to avoid walking around. She's like very social, and she has all these friends, and you are supposed to be supportive, yeah, not walk around her and pretend as if Anyway, I would not have done that. I would have literally come knocking on her door like this girl is doing right now. And help. Yeah, you are the OG. That's what friends are for. That's how people should be. Supporting and helping out. Telepathically figuring out that you need help and then coming to assist. That is all. That's all humanity is supposed to be. One of my favorite things I just remember now about the home is that fountain at the, should I call it backyard? At the backyard. That fountain is kind of like, it's CC, it's custom content, so I do not have it anymore. But now that I've seen it again, I'm like, damn, you don't know what you have until you lose it, I guess, by kind of like that. Anyway, so I feel like the rocket ship should become like complete very quickly now that she has assistants, and now that she is working day night, and now she's feeling sleepy, but you know what, we'll power through. Exhaustion is normal. Oh, she did not power through. She literally left the poor girl to eat and went to sleep. Can you imagine my scene right now? After everything I said about humanity, Bonny, how can you do that? What do I mean by how can she? She just did it. How could you, in good conscience, choose sleep and have this lady work all night to help you build your rocket? Now the question is, will she finish the rocket before she leaves, or will Bonny have to finish it herself? She has been doing everything. Okay, finally now she's going to finish it herself. Yeah, I was kind of thinking she did finish it for her. That would have been her having me just stick and be like, I was there for you when no one came to assist you to build the rocket ship. I stayed and finished building it for you, and what do I get for everything? Like, that would be her having major stick. And very soon the rocket ship is going to be completed. I should have zoomed in at this part. My videography skill is very lacking, but it's going to improve over time. I just wanted you to get the feel of how the rocket was building compared to the building. Ooh. Compared to the building, like, I want to make it look like it works together, not like, why is there a rocket beside that tiny apartment? So I even decided to add like a little bit of landscaping to also make it look like everywhere is suffering from radiation, and like, because she's building a rocket ship now, there can't be life and plants all around her. Just because she lives in Osas Spring does not mean nature does not exist there. Okay, yeah, it's deserty. Yeah, it does not have as much water. Like, Nicholas literally only has a pond and you let it off. And I only know these 3 words. If there were more, I would have probably made more comparison myself. Anyway, I don't even think I used to do Crest for the purpose of having residential builds that much. I think it's more of like having commercial builds and like having the best thing gallery can offer. And one of these days I will show you some of the things I love that are base game friendly, that I love getting for my commercial builds on gallery. Like, they just make it fuse. It just makes everything feel, even without you using any CC, it just makes everything feel like you can tell a story with this. Like, it's kind of, I want to use the word immersive, like you can visualize it and your sim will have fun being there. I remember a time I was playing this aliens to my parents. I do not know if I have a recording of that, and then I made them like be too afraid to sleep alone at night, so they will go sleep in a school I play the base game. So the school has like, it's like a park, but it has everything from bed to, like, it has everything in home we have. And the only time they will have to go back home is like when they randomly get spawned back home so that they can go to school the next day. And I enjoyed having my child sim, like, because it was a child sim and a teenage sim I used for that scenario. So I enjoyed having my child sim like explore the places. There were like gym, there was a kitchen, there was everything. So I do have builds that I've wanted with like that through gallery, and I would always add them to my game. And one of these days I will just show you those builds if you're interested in that. And now she's finally done with the rocket, and she is supposed to be ready to explore the outer space, but first she needs to look at where she's going to, just to be sure that she's not going to waste time on this aspiration, that she's going there and she's getting things done. Okay, so now that she's in space, I guess she has already collected 2 items from just her first travel. That is insane, and that is nice. So now she's going again for the second time, and I guess she's going to like collect another 2. Now I'm not going to read all this stuff because, well, I really do not care. Okay, it's not if I'm in space with her, but for some reason she's where now? What is she? Why is she not exploring space? A distress call. Black hole. I do not know why that made me laugh. Okay, I have no idea. Anyway, she's back to space. And what again? And now what? Miscommunication. Does that mean what I think it means? Is she this? She's not even this. She's like very, very focused. Like she's repairing her spaceship like it's no big deal. Or breathing. Ooh, and I guess the upgrade cost me so much money. I don't know why. It was very, very boring, so I didn't record it. The upgrading and repair cost me so much money. So I'm thinking of mentoring a sim. And I thought of mentoring him, but for some reason that fell through. So yeah, I'm just going to find another sim that's going to allow me to mentor them, because I mean that's like the quickest. Ooh, what about her? She looks so beautiful in blue, and she's an elderly sim. I know I'm not the one that created her. I know I'm not the one that designed her. She's like a randomly generated scene, but the way she made use of my CC is something I would expect a young adult or a teen to be in, not an elderly. And then she found that despite being an elderly, she rocks the outfit this good. This is like something I would dress as in real life, and grandma is rocking it very well. Like wow, that is all I can say. And why is Bonny wearing camouflage that isn't white? Seeing her in another color of clothes, just, I guess it's nice. It's nice. But there's another, I think I already have this uploaded, another video. Another video where I show me dressing Bonny, and it was beautiful. She has amazing clothes, and they fit her bony body amazingly. I don't know how she can be thick and bony at the same time, but I know I like to overdo myself when I'm dating sometimes. And now she's going to have a good night rest or good afternoon rest and continue exploring space, because we're here for one reason and one reason only, and that reason is simply for her to explore space and collect things from aliens. Because who needs it more, the aliens or her? Obviously her. Yeah, that's just going to be like collectibles in her apartment, but she needs those collectibles to entertain my eyes. Okay. I'm just happy that I was able to like complete this aspiration with Bonny, because I want to do like a playthrough where I use just base game and complete as much scenarios as possible. I feel like it's something every sim I do at one point or the other. Everybody just goes through the scenarios and try to complete everything. And I haven't watched a video of somebody do it with just this game. Now, I'm not thinking of doing the like romantic related one and relationship related one. I just want the ones that will be like entertaining and fun. And the fact that I can do it with my already seeming overachieving sim, because she maxed all the skills, she's completed all the aspiration, I'm still able to have fun with that. Playing the scenarios is like something I really love and enjoy, and honestly I really want to do more of stuff I enjoy with this game, and hopefully to anybody watching this too would like enjoy themselves. So if you can watch it, if you are watching it and you're still watching it this far, then there's no other point but for you to subscribe. That just means you watch any other stuff I upload. That just means you would enjoy any other things I upload. Because if you can endure this far, God, thank you. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. And just subscribe. That's like all you need to do after this, because there is so many more stuff to come, and I'm always going to try and upload daily now. I'm going to try and upload daily. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep that up for, but I just want to get all my old videos out as quickly as possible so I can do newer ones, and I can like show how much progress I've made since the time I started, in sense of videography, in terms of build, in terms of CC, in terms of everything. Because the best thing about life is that you improve over time, and I'm so happy. Ooh, I'm so happy I completed the scenario. That was very quick, and that took a couple of days and seems time, but yeah, it's done, it's completed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.